Common hazard areas on the road is an intersection because it's the spot where drivers cross paths. Whether you're an experienced or inexperienced driver, intersections can be confusing to maneuver. They come with traffic lights, stop signs, turning lanes, and a lot of other drivers who are focused on getting to their destination. The best way to safely maneuver through an intersection is to recognize the different types and understand the rules associated with them. Intersections are often described as controlled or uncontrolled. Controlled intersections are most common and refer to those that have stop signs or traffic signals. Uncontrolled intersections are found primarily in rural areas with little traffic and often have warning signs instead of traffic signals or stop signs. You should proceed slowly and carefully. Look for cars coming from other directions and use common sense when entering these intersections. A four-way intersection is generally controlled by a traffic signal or stop signs. If there's a traffic light, you can only drive through the intersection when the light is green. At intersections with stop signs, cars that reach the intersection first have the right-of-way. But if two cars arrive at the same time, the car on the left must yield to the right-of-way to the one on the right. In other words, the car on the right is allowed to proceed through the intersection first. If you approach an intersection with a flashing red signal light, it's the same as approaching a stop sign, and you need to follow the right-of-way rules. A T-junction is the spot where a street meets a major roadway. Cars on the street will usually encounter a stop sign, while those on the main roadway will continue driving because they have the right-of-way. If you're driving on the street and approach a major roadway, come to a complete stop and look in both directions to make sure you can safely pull out onto the road. A traffic circle or roundabout is used to control an intersection with the intent of keeping traffic moving. As you approach a roundabout, you must yield to oncoming traffic. Then turn right so you're traveling around the circle in a counterclockwise fashion. Turn right again to exit onto the road you are seeking. It's important not to stop while driving in a roundabout because pile-ups can happen quickly. You'll encounter turning lanes at intersections with lots of traffic. Most of the time, these lanes are designated for drivers who want to turn left, and they are generally controlled by a traffic light. Turning lanes are marked with a painted arrow on the pavement, and an arrow usually will appear on the traffic light. If you drive into a turning lane, you must follow through with the turn. You cannot drive straight. At most intersections, pedestrian crosswalks are common, so you need to remain alert, and you must yield to pedestrians crossing the street. The number one rule to staying safe when you encounter an intersection is to slow down. Pay attention to traffic signals, follow right-of-way rules, and watch out for pedestrians. You can learn more